Hey guys, so I ran into a friend today. I haven't seen in a little bit, and he mentioned to me that I look skinny, which used to be kind of a trigger for me to binge eat, right? That's the whole reason I started binge eating as a kid, is because I didn't feel big enough for like how I was living up to other people's standards, so I kind of acquiesced to their standards of what I should be, and I would binge eat, right? I'm over the hill on that. If I catch myself falling into those old patterns now, it's because of new contexts or a context I haven't revisited in a while, and then I have to catch myself, find that awareness. But it kind of got me thinking on other stuff that would not necessarily serve me, or other things I'm seeing in other people's lives where it seems like they have habits that aren't serving them. I've been thinking a lot about the concept of sin lately, like the biblical concept of sin and what that really means. And I've talked online about how I feel like that's missing the mark. It says that in the Bible, how, we're missing the mark of something. Maybe that implies we're aiming for something, right? So even out of the best intentions, we might sometimes, by our limited viewpoint, do something that we think is good but isn't. So I've been thinking about this concept a little bit deeper, and I've been thinking a lot about really the origin, the root of sin, the root of missing the mark, if you will. So I know, at least in one of Jesus's miracles, or an interaction he has in the Bible, he says to someone, "Go and sin no more." Now, what the hell does that mean if he's saying this to a human being, right? He's supposed to be perfect and without sin. He's the only one that is perfect and without sin, right? And taken quite literally in the modern context. But it had me thinking of what really these people were absolved of when he said this to them, right? What were they absolved of? I think they were absolved of guilt. I think they were absolved of shame. So maybe Jesus was saying, go and feel guilt no more. Go and feel shame no more. And conversely, go and do not guilt others no more. Right? So maybe if we look at the root of things that we feel like we might have been trying to do something right about, but wasn't quite right. These things can be nuanced. It doesn't necessarily mean that we totally screwed something up. It could be something small in our lives that we just kind of nags at us because we didn't quite get it right, or because it screwed the day up, or because we unintentionally messed somebody else's day up, right? Well, what could that kind of adage that's used in the Bible be pointing to if we wanted to apply it in a modern context in a little bit more of a more readily applicable context? Perhaps it would mean that we need to take a look at all of these little temporary guilt situations we get ourselves in, not just the things we've been guilty about for a long time. So if you're feeling guilty about something, you could perhaps consider forgiving yourself, like I've said in other videos. But in forgiving yourself, that would mean that you wouldn't feel guilt. So, that being said, go and sin no more. Love you guys.